C-section is not as easy as people make it sound. I was in this happy zone, and 6 months down the line after my baby, I felt like so many depressive symptoms. Something changes quite a lot.
In Ayurveda, it's basically everywhere is mentioned about the normal delivery. And when female is gone through the C-section, which is not natural, so obviously it will take more time than a normal delivery to heal herself from mentally, physiologically, physically. In your whole pregnancy, you prepared your mind for a normal delivery. We can expect the most unexpected thing during the time of labor. The baby itself promotes healing for a mother, but in C-section mother,
Women have that pressure that they have to have a lot of milk supply.
initial 3-4 days, the supply will be very less. In normal delivery, it will take less time. In C-section, it will take more time.
Oils would you recommend to somebody with C-section?
For any kind of delivery, we usually recommend,
Even though it is said eventually the kids catch up to a normal delivery kid, in Ayurveda, if something has been done unnaturally, what do you think happens to the outcome?
first of all, she should not pressurize herself. The
Okay.
society is doing, but
Bringing a new life into this world has to be a beautiful experience, right? But for some women who especially don't go for an elective C-section and may be having an emergency C-section, this might not be the exact deal. C-section changes your life with those challenges of mental transformation, physical transformation, and just the healing of the scar can be so daunting for so many women. Many women who had C-section struggle with different menstrual issues, different female health issues, and still are not able to relate to these issues and connect them back to their C-section recovery. Why? Because there are not enough studies who've analyzed what C-sections really do to your body. And today, we'll explore this through the lens of Ayurveda. Joining me is Dr. Ekta Sharma, our expert gynecologist, who is an Ayurveda practitioner, who's helped numerous ladies deal with their C-section recovery and healing. She is going to tell us what C-sections really do to your body, how this change can affect your body in different ways, and how you can recover quickly and easily after a C-section. Welcome, Dr. Ekta.
thank you, Dr. Reni.
Dr. Ekta, this topic is of really close, association with me and my feelings because I've had 2 C-sections. So for the first one, my first baby, I was really prepared. Everything was normal and I was prepped for a normal delivery. But when the day of delivery actually came, I had to go through about 20 hours of labor and still end up in an emergency C-sec. Now, I'm not saying that, that was not needed. Of course, the life of the baby and the life of the mother is really important. But it was just so disappointing for me to go through C-section. And soon after, I realized that C-section is not as easy as people make it sound. I actually felt like the worst after my delivery. My recovery was longer. I felt like, my hormones have changed all of a sudden. I was in this happy zone, and 6 months down the line after my baby, I felt like so many depressive symptoms. And the scar actually took probably really long to heal. And I'm not talking about the scar healing from the top. I'm talking about the scar healing from within. Even now that I've had 2 C-sections within a span of about 6 years, I feel like every now and then I do go through those symptoms of itching and, that numbness sometimes, or even pain, slight pain, sometimes comes about. And this is not only my experience. Everybody around me who's gone through a C-section feels like that life becomes a struggle. Either your menstruation cycle changes, either your health changes, you start getting those back pains, you start getting those, leg pains. Something changes quite a lot. And when you compare that to a person who's had a normal delivery, your symptoms are quite different. So what's your thought on that? What does Ayurveda say about this whole thing?
In Ayurveda, it's basically everywhere is mentioned about the normal delivery. Female is gone through the C-section, which is not natural. So obviously it will take more time than a normal delivery to heal herself from mentally, physiologically, physically, from as a whole body. She needs more time to recover. In today's era, Normal delivery is also having a scar, episiotomy scar, but that too is very small, and that too is not that much painful as a C-section scar. As everyone knows, C-section scars, there are multiple layers to be cut down, and Vata imbalance is there.
Okay.
Because multiple layers is cutting down, multiple nerves are involving, every nerve is containing Vata. So yeah, we are cutting down. It's a kind of like planned surgical procedure, which is impacting mentally and physically.
Yeah.
First thing, because if in your first delivery you are not mentally prepared,
Yes.
so that is the main issue. You are in your whole pregnancy, you prepared your mind for a normal delivery. So I usually suggest my patients, like, don't go and don't think about the delivery process, because labor is so much unexpected. We can expect the most unexpected thing during the time of labor. So for that perspective, you don't think about how your labor process will be. Either it is normal, either it is C-sec. You just prepare your mind, like your delivery method should be different. But yeah, you should deliver a normal, healthy baby, and your body will also be healed fast and naturally.
So when Vata is being cut off, and your normal circulation is being cut off, and there is this whole baby which is taken out of your system.
Yes.
So body already has to go through that trauma.
Yes.
And then on top of that, you're cutting off layers of nervous tissue and everything else. Of course, body has the mechanism to heal itself.
Correct.
But because there's so much going on at the same time, how does a body react to it? Because taking off those channels of normal Vata circulation, especially in an emergency case, because you were prepared to take out the baby from the vaginal route, and you're dilated till about 6-8 centimeters, whatever. And in the end, the doctor's like, no, the baby can't come. So now we need to do this, which is much needed. What really is happening in my body, the Vata flow is disturbed, is what you said, that, you're cutting off those things. So it was supposed to go this way, and now that whole Vata flow has been cut off. So how does my body react? What happens then?
It impacts both mentally and physically, because Vata is the circulatory medium, we can say. It is going through all our channels and it is disrupted. Likewise, in the normal delivery, for the Cesarean section woman, she is having all the vitiated vayu as because of the delivery, same as the normal one. And one more impact, because she is having the scar, it will take more time for her to recover. She can't able to sit next 3-4 days.
Yes.
And she have to take more antibiotics, more painkillers. She can't hold her baby herself. The baby itself promotes healing for a mother.
Okay.
But for a C-section mother, before delivery, there is fasting for 12 hours. After delivery, there is fasting for around 12 to 14 hours. So yes, she is exhausted. She is not taking anything. The body is totally weak. If she is having coughing, if she develops constipation, it will hamper her stitch.
Okay.
Once the circulation is hampered, the skin approximation is not that much proper.
So what happens? Like the stitch can be broken.
Yes.
I understand that. The skin is one layer. Then there's nervous tissue. Nervous tissue, which is responsible for probably bringing signals to my brain to tell me that, okay, a C-section is happening. My body is going through a trauma. There's a lot of blood loss, which happens.
Yes.
How do women prepare for a C-section if they're going for an elective one? And second, for those who end up having emergency C-section, what's the post-recovery? So if you can take it one by one.
For the elective one, her brain is prepared. She is mentally prepared. She knows this thing will happen. So for her, the recovery is actually quite faster than the emergency C-section one. First, she needs counseling, reassurance. That is the main thing she had before the delivery and after the delivery. So it's must in Ayurveda having the Satvajya Chikitsa. So
that means like a lot of family support.
Yes.
And people telling her that, it's okay, and helping her with everything possible.
Yes.
So she needs to be taken care of very, very strongly.
Yes.
That's one. That's an
That's
actual
a-
chikitsa
Correct.
in Ayurveda.
Yeah.
Okay. What else?
And second one, for the faster recovery, she having some dietary and
Restrictions.
restrictions.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are those?
She can't take heavy foods. Food should be warm. Food should be semi-solid in nature. It should be easily digestible, and she should consume fresh only. And
Not
this,
frozen, not processed,
frozen,
nothing.
nothing.
For how many days is she supposed to do this?
At least initial 15 days, this kind of thing.
Okay.
Otherwise, it will also create constipation. So khichdi is also a
So
source of
anything that
constipation.
creates constipation, gas,
Yes.
bloating
Yes,
has to be absolutely avoided.
avoided.
But in my hospital, and I'll tell you this, they gave me all the antibiotics and everything. And the second day, they were serving me pasta. Do you recommend that to somebody with C-section?
No,
Okay.
never.
So this is for all the hospitals out there. Stop serving pasta. I know that, a woman has probably eaten quite well during her pregnancy. So she can probably avoid it for a few days, for the first 40 days, all of those things. So that's one perspective which is different from modern medicine. But when you come out of a C-section, probably for months, your scar remains numb.
Yes.
And the nervous part of it, why does it take so much time to come back?
It is actually in the adverse effect of the spinal anesthesia a woman had during the procedure of C-section. So there is hyperesthesia, that area nearby the scar line. So it kind of protective thing also. She is not getting too much pain because that full area is numb. And for proper or for fasten the healing, for like in a C-section mother, she can strengthen her abdominal wall after applying oil. Avoid that area near the stitch line. Other than that, and she can belt herself through a cotton cloth.
Okay.
It will
Like have a
support her.
cotton long cloth.
Yes.
Like in many cultures, they
Yes.
use a large piece of cloth, tie it around your waist so that your stomach muscles are not left loose.
Yes, and there are like empty spaces there. Now your babies came out. So for empty space, Vata is it's a very good medium for Vata to get vitiated. So for that purpose, woman should tie a cotton cloth nearby her waist line.
Yes, C-section scars, they are now much more cleaner. But for some women, they can cause menstruation issues in the future. Does Ayurveda recognize that? There's not a lot of research in modern medicine on this, but I know from my personal experience that definitely it was an absolute yes to the C-section causing that change in my menstruation, because there's a very pure before and after. So what does Ayurveda say about it? That can C-section cause menstruation changes?
Directly it is not mentioned, but yeah, indirectly we can say if we see a normal delivery and a C-section delivery, the more Vata vitiated in the C-section delivery. And yes, Vata is like basically Apan Vayu is responsible for the flow, for the flow of the menses, for the baby to come out and all. If the Apan Vayu is vitiated, definitely the menstrual cycle will be hampered.
Okay.
And if Vata is vitiated, the milk supply is also low. That creates another pressure for a female, like the baby is not consuming her breast milk, supply is low. That is major, I can say, pressure point for a female.
Woman. So I think you bring up a very important point, because right after delivery, women have that pressure that they have to have a lot of milk supply. And, during that route, the baby does get exposed to a lot of bacteria in the women's vagina and cervix. And that's what makes it, release some hormones for immunity and whatnot. What can one do to get a good milk production if somebody's had a C-section?
If somebody has a C-section, first of all, she should not pressurize herself. The society is doing, but she should not pressurize herself for this.
Okay.
Initial 3-4 days, the supply will be very less. So it's a body. In normal delivery, it will take less time. In C-section, it will take more time. Yes, like you said, because the passage is not the same, the passage is not natural. So that's why body need more time for the sudden
Change.
yes.
So
For
the
the
body
sudden
has not
change.
recognized that sudden
Sudden
change.
change.
It was expecting something
Correct.
to come out from that route.
Yes.
So the body and mind have a lot to do with
Correct.
this.
Correct.
But you're saying after 3-4 days, things will start getting better.
Yes.
Is there anything I can do still?
Everyone knows about Shatavari. Shatavari is very good for the milk production. I can say after 1 week, a C-section mother can start Shatavari along with milk. In the first week after C-section, don't take milk. If she wants to drink, add turmeric, because milk can produce pus formation is there now. So the chances of pus formation. So for that purpose, avoid milk for initial first week of the delivery.
Okay. Do you recommend massages to a C-section mother? Because there are two types of massages. One is in normal delivery. People usually get tummy massage done really well and roughly so that their muscles are toned back. C-section does not have the option of doing a rough massage on the stomach. And my daima basically told me, no, you can't absolutely get it done because, the midwives also recommend against it. The doctors recommend against it. What can I do then? Because you did say that if I let this thing loose, there is going to be Vata aggravation. So what is the balance that Ayurveda can bring?
So initially, 10 to 15 days, the woman should avoid that kind of rough massage. But after that, she can resume with the massage. Avoid that scar line. On the scar line, she should avoid. But other than all the body parts, she can do a whole body massage. That is very good in suppressing the Vata. So it will be beneficial for the longer term, and it will be beneficial for her to getting normal as the pre-pregnant state.
What oils would you recommend to somebody with C-section?
For any kind of delivery, even normal also, we usually recommend Bala oil.
Bala oil.
Yes.
Okay.
Bala oil is very good. Even the base is also sesame oil and having Bala as a herb to it. So it is recommended in our Ayurvedic text also, like for a mother and even the baby also. Bala tail is recommended for the massage.
So Bala, for those who don't know, is a great Vat Shamak herb, which is considered really good for any Vata aggravating situations. So even if a mother does have pain anywhere, it'll take that away.
Yeah.
What else can I do to heal that C-section scar quickly? Because for some people, it does take a very long time.
So from initially also, whatever the medicine course is there, you should incorporate Dashmula rest. It usually take all the inflammation from the stitch area. That is also Vata Shamak. Gododak, a female can take. Even Ajwain water. So that will help her digestion to boost.
Yeah.
Because after delivery, the digestion is also suppressed. So you need to enlighten the digestive fire. So for that purpose, we use Ajwain water, or we can use Jeera water along with all the food items which can be digested easily.
So Gudodak, what is Gudodak? I really don't know.
Gudodak is basically water contain Ajwain along with gur.
That is boiled?
Boiled.
Okay. So you have to boil gur, jaggery.
Yes.
With
along
ajwain,
with ajwain.
Or ajwain is carom seeds?
Yes.
Okay. How do you make it?
1 liter of water along with 1 teaspoon of carom seeds and 2 teaspoon of jaggery. So jaggery powder you can take and boil it till it reduces to 1/4. And sip by sip in between the meals, in between the day, a female can take. And it should be make every day. It's not like she can consume a day, which is prepared one day earlier. So it should be freshly prepared.
So freshly prepared in the day that she can have throughout the day, and then it should be finished within that day.
Yes.
So Gudodak, what else did you recommend?
Gudodak, that only Jeera water.
Yes.
So in between the day, she can take either of one, or she can take both.
What about the pain or the nerve numbness? I know all of these are still Vata
Yes.
problems.
Yes.
So anything that can pacify Vata will automatically take care of all of these issues. Is there any Panchakarma procedure that one can take maybe 1 year down the line after their C-section?
What happened in a C-section mother? Till the period of 6 months, she is feeding her baby exclusively. And just after 6 months, when the baby starts solids, then mother having the sudden, we can say, drop in prolactin hormone, it will create her imbalances psychologically and physiologically, both.
Okay.
So she feel more depressed. She feel more lonely. She feel like everything is not in the line. So all these things, and that's the time when she need Panchakarma therapies. Yeah. So just after delivery, she can do Abhyanga, that massage. Even Sweden is also fine. And after 6 months, she can go for massage and Sweden for the second time. For special Panchakarma therapies, after 1 year of delivery, she can go. So she can do Patra Basti, basically, which is
Enemas that
yes, oil enemas.
oil edema.
Yes.
And they basically take care of again your Apan Vata,
Yes.
which exists in the lower region.
region.
So all of these bastis you're recommending to be taken after 6 months.
Yes.
And you're saying that they will also help with the psychological symptoms or side effects of a C-section. What about, mental health issues? Do you think that C-section mommies have it tougher than a normal delivery mom?
Yes. Because their Vata is more vitiated than a normal labor mother.
So it wasn't only me feeling like I am at the end of the world. So C-section could be blamed because I did feel like I am supposed to be really joyful and cheerful, but I didn't feel the way I was supposed to. I was happy that yes, I have this baby, but there were moments where I felt so low, and my gynae just prescribed a vitamin D3 and a B12 and all these vitamins which I wasn't deficient in. So taking them really didn't make a difference to my mental health. So for those women out there who are going through these mental health issues, what would you recommend to them, for their mental health? Of course, they can meditate as much time as they get because, most of the time they're really exhausted. But other than meditation, can they do any yoga asanas or can they do pranayam? Or what can they do to take care of their mental health?
She can take Medhya Rasayana from Ayurveda. Just like Ashwagandha is very good. Even it promotes healing and it will soothes their mind also.
Okay.
Restone, which is also promoting to restore their normal physiological health. All these things she can take. But yes, pranayam is taken priority in the category because it's not the thing she can take once and it will go. So it need to be sustained. Her mental health should be sustained.
Yeah.
So for that perspective, she can do pranayam, she can do meditation, and it will be helpful in various ways, basically, to maintain her physiology in every term.
Is ashwagandha safe to be taken while you're breastfeeding?
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. That's not a problem. Any other herbal tea that a woman can drink other than ajwain and jeera water, like a post-delivery tea?
That is Shatavari along with milk.
Okay, Shatavari along with milk will also help with mental health?
Yes, because it is like contracting their hormones.
So it's taking care of the hormones.
Yeah.
And ashwagandha is taking care of the mind. So that really helps. What about Brahmi? Because Brahmi is also Medhya Rasayana. Do you think it can help the women and the baby as well?
Yes, it can help, but it promote sleep also.
Okay. You don't want to be sleeping all the time.
And she is having actually no routine for sleep.
That's true.
So she is struggling with sleep also. She is struggling with her body symptom also. She is struggling with the new life also. And she is struggling with the society also. She is the one safe warrior against everything.
So tell me this, the Brahmi is a no. Ashwagandha also gives you strength physically, right?
Yes.
So for the women who are struggling out there in terms of fatigue and weakness, can actually take a safe amount of ashwagandha. Ashwagandha is heating to you, So you should see how it reacts to your body. And it does, mess with your Agni as well sometimes. So is there some form of ashwagandha that you recommend is good?
She can take in the capsule form basically, because the taste is slightly bitter.
Better.
Yeah.
Okay. So ashwagandha tablets or capsules might be okay. You don't always need to take a powder. But anything that should be supportive to taking ashwagandha, because I've heard it does create a mandagni, or can impact your agni or digestion to some extent.
If she is taking all these things, dietary thing, and her agni is like enlightening
Yeah.
slowly by all gudodak,
Yeah.
ajwain, and jeera.
So then she doesn't need
Then
to.
she doesn't
Okay.
need.
So your digestion has to be good to absorb and digest ashwagandha, because it is heavy in nature. So make sure that you fix your digestion first. Eat really good, wholesome, cooked foods, and keep taking the ajwain tea or the jeera tea, whatever suits you. And if you are probably a pitta person, maybe a fennel tea might be better.
Yes.
Okay. So fennel tea, good for a pitta person. And with those, you can add ashwagandha if you feel fatigued and tired. Right? Did I get that right?
Yes.
Okay. Immunity in C-section kids is definitely compromised. And now there's a ton of research supporting that.
Correct.
So C-section healing, of course, for the women is one thing. But she's also concerned a lot about the immunity of her kid. Even though it is said eventually the kids, catch up to a normal delivery kid, but the long-term outcomes of this group of kids has never been looked into. Whether the C-section kids are smarter or not, less smarter, there's no comparison at all. So in Ayurveda, if something has been done unnaturally, what do you think happens to the outcome, which is the baby in this case, their immunity? Can we do something in the first 1 year for their immunity?
So initially 6 months, the baby is all dependent on the mother, and breast milk is a best source for their immunity.
Yeah.
For their, for achieving milestone, either it is fine motor, either it is reception of speaking, everything. So breast milk is the best source.
Yeah.
And after the period of 6 months, we have Swarna Prashan.
Okay.
For boost their immunity, for boost their intelligence power. So we have that.
Can you tell my viewers what Swarna Prashan exactly is?
So Swarna Prashan is a preparation where swan is mixed with so many of herbs, and it is given usually on the Pushya Nakshatra.
So on a specific day of the Hindu calendar,
Yes.
it is given, which is Pushya Nakshatra.
Yes.
So that's the day it started. So Swarna is gold, and this gold is prepared in a very certain fine form, and there is a whole sort of preparation that the gold goes through to make it digestible.
Yeah, and to make it, gold is purified after so many process and mixed with so many herbs. And the portion of gold is very, very less. And the drops we are giving to the child, it also very less. So for those children who are lacking in achieving their milestone, it can be give daily also. And for those children who are very fine with their all the activities, grasping, fine motors, walking, speaking, everything. So for that kind of children, we used to give on the Pushya Nakshatra.
Till when can I continue giving Swarna Prashan?
Till 16 years of age.
Till 16 years. Okay. So my kids have never taken Swarna Prashan. They have the chance to do that.
Yeah.
So one is that, okay, Swarna Prashan you've given, and the gold is in, the most bioavailable form, probably a nanoparticle form. And that really helps develop kids in these particular kids. Has there been a success study for you where you've, helped a C-section mommy completely, free of her issues?
So we have advised first the Satvavja Chikitsa, basically the counseling, along with her family members also. Actually, not only the female, also the family members.
Yeah, the husband.
Then
the husband and the family members who
Yes.
are going to take care of her.
Yes.
Okay.
So they also know what are the things she is not getting, why this thing is happening to her.
Yeah.
And she thinks my delivery is 6 months back. Why should I have having the symptoms now? She should be fully recovered. because her scar is recovered and she started doing all her daily activities. Why should now only the symptoms appear?
Come.
Yeah. It is like majority after 6 months because the baby starts solids.
Yes.
The hormonal shift is there. And even 1 year after, the baby is now completely like her major source of nutrition is not breast milk
Anymore.
Yeah.
And that's where the hormones start dropping. And the woman starts feeling a little
Yes.
lonely and,
Yes.
So it is physiological. Ladies out there, don't blame it on yourself. It is quite physiological and it is easily sorted if you understand the basics, which is Vata aggravation.
Correct.
Vata aggravation in any form, this bioenergy, take care of it. And there is a whole video out there on, Vata dosha if you want to take a look at it. But understand that bioenergy in your body, what it entails, how it flows, how it takes care of the circulation. And when that circulation is cut off all of a sudden, that trauma is left on those sites, on the scar. That will take years to be sorted out. So give yourself that time. It's okay to say that I have still not healed from my C-section, even 5 years after a C-section. So take your time. And I think this chikitsa that you talked about, counseling the parents, counseling the husband, telling the family that you have to take care of this lady in a very specific way and why her behaviors, her hormones are acting in a certain way. I think it's quite beautiful that Ayurveda already recognizes something like this, which in today's age we call, counseling in general. But I don't think there is a specific counseling available for a woman who's just delivered. Till delivery, she's taken care of beautifully. She's taken care of physically, even after delivery. But nobody talks about mental health counseling for a woman after delivery, which I feel like Ayurveda has this contribution, which is beautiful. And it's amazing that you've healed so many people by doing that chikitsa, which is a great addition. Other than that, family support, of course, is one. Woman with her hormones, the menstruation cycle changes. There is an effect. Some women start getting their periods even while breastfeeding. It can lead to a lot of deficiencies. It can lead to her feeling weak and fatigued. So if she has already gotten her period while she is breastfeeding, how can she heal better with her scar? There's a lot going on in that body. She's menstruating, she's breastfeeding, and there is a scar healing. All of this together, is there one, super herb or superfood that she should have?
First thing, because she started menstruating even before the 6 month of exclusive breastfeeding. So that is also normal. It's different in every female. And for maintaining, for promoting well-being, she can use Rasayana, just like Maharishi Ayurveda Amrit Kalash. So it rejuvenates her body in all the various perspectives because she's going through a lot and she's like physically and mentally exhausted. So Amrit Kalash is also helpful in that way, and it also improves their digestive fire. So she can able to digest whatever the things is available and whatever she is eating. So her digestive fire is that much okay.
So if her digestive fire is okay and her digestion is good, you recommend taking a Rasayana like Amrit Kalash?
Yes.
So that she regains her strength, and Rasayana is also anti-aging and provides longevity and immunity and all sorts of good benefits. So you highly recommend that.
Yes. For these kind of females, they can opt for a Rasayana, which is helpful in every perspective, like for their digestion, for their circulation, for their gut health. So for these kind of issue, I usually prescribe Amrit Kalash twice daily she can have.
So for my viewers who don't know what a Rasayana is, so Rasayana is something that actually heals your body at every level, right?
Yes.
Because Rasayana is anything that can heal your Ras Dhatu or create a very good quality Ras Dhatu. Ras Dhatu is the plasma or the nutritive fluid, which is the first Dhatu or tissue that is created in your body. And if that tissue is created well, then all other tissues like your muscle, nervous, all your organs are automatically created in their best form. And Rasayana also promotes development of ojas.
Yes.
Ojas is this, light essence which is excreted when your entire body is really happy, you're in bliss, and the systems are clean, and your digestion is perfect, and everything is perfect. And you do want everything that can create ojas to be passed on to your baby. You have that Rasayana factor in your body, which is also an anti-aging and a longevity factor. The more ojas your breast milk will also reflect. So Rasayana, adding a Rasayana like Amrit Kalash or even Shatavari is a Rasayana. So adding all of these is not simply giving you more breast milk. They're actually changing the quality of your breast milk as well. So Rasayana is not only for you, Rasayana is also for the nutrition that goes to your baby
also.
right? That's what I
Yes.
understand.
Yes.
Okay, we've understood that, okay, we add a Rasayana, we make our health better, mental health ke liye there is a good amount of support that I'm getting from my family. But I never really understood why C-sections are so common in India. I've traveled so much, Europe, absolutely not. US, C-sections are not so common, and maybe all other continents as well. So what is so unique in India that C-sections are so common?
There is long list for the indication of C-section, and contraindication is nothing. The sometimes women used to like, they want only C-section.
Yeah.
Sometimes because of over testing, because there is one test, NST, non-stress test, and because the woman is under too much of testing, too much of thing they are detecting, like baby's heartbeat is going well or not, and there is only sudden dip.
Yes.
And they move into emergency. She is landed into emergency C-section
Right away.
Yes.
So,
And
but these testings are also quite common in the West. But still, if you were to compare the exact proportion of C-sections that happen in India and the proportion of C-sections that happen in the West, there is still no comparison. So there must be something inherently happening wrong here, which is either not promoting women to go for a C-section, or, people's labor or delivery stories are so horrendous that women themselves are like, no, we don't want to go for a normal delivery. But is there something during our pregnancy or before our pregnancy that we're doing wrong, that people like me who wanted a normal delivery are still not able to have it?
First thing, stress is the major cause a female is having during her pregnancy. It counteracts the natural mechanism of the labor.
Okay.
The hormones which is supposed to be there during the time of normal delivery, it is not there. Maybe the reason is stress. And second thing is risk. Nobody wants to take risk now. Neither the patient and nor the doctor also.
So we're trying to control too much.
Yes.
And the
Yes.
stress, do you mean mental stress or physical stress? Both. You feel like that they are not following the laws of nature, or they are not following certain dincharyas which are conducive to them going for a normal delivery.
Yes.
All right. But in short, what are the absolute don'ts that one should do during their pregnancy so that they don't end up in a C-section?
Don't take stress too much. Second thing, don't overthink. And do's are like, do meditation daily, do your pranayam. Don't think how your delivery process will be, either it is normal or C-section. Just keep in mind, do positive affirmation like your baby is fine, you will also be fine. These things really help you in recovering also from the method of delivery. Either it is normal and either it is C-section.
Do you think mind has a lot of power in this particular case? That if somebody has a really strong mind that no, they do want to have a normal delivery, they're able to achieve it?
Yeah, sometimes it's there. Majority it is there. But in some cases when it is not exactly how the woman is planned their pregnancy or their delivery, so it will doing adverse effect to her. Sometimes everything is not under the control.
Then
So
it's
for-
okay.
yeah.
You also should be okay with
it should
it.
be let it go.
Okay. So you've made us aware of, how to heal through our C-section deliveries and whatnot. And I think it was very, very personal to me to understand all of those mental health issues or all of those physical health issues that a woman goes through after a C-section, especially if you've had continued C-sections, can just pile up. So don't take it lightly. Take the help of your family members, make them understand. And I know there is not a lot of awareness in husbands or in family members to give the woman the support that she needs, because one considers that after a C-section, within 3 or 4 months, one should normalize. But actually, it is long after the delivery from a C-section that a woman normalizes herself and feels okay with her surroundings. So for the women who are going through C-section, make sure you prepare yourself mentally and physically for all the strengths that you need. Add a Rasayana. Shatavari is really good for breast milk production, and Amrit Kalash is really good for doing all the right things in your body and giving your body the nutrition, the health, the longevity it needs. And if you are not sure what your particular case is, then you can always contact the number on the screen, where a personalized guidance can be given by a Maharishi Vaidya. If you like this video, make sure you subscribe to our channel to get more Ayurveda updates. And do share this with any woman who is either planning a C-section or is probably struggling with a C-section aftermath. Thank you so much for joining with us. Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.